In the last few videos, we've been trying to understand an equation in this form here and how we could plot this on a graph. So when you see an equation like this, the number in front of the x, this is called the okay, accept it for the time being. This is called the gradient. Okay, gradient. Okay, this is called the gradient, and this number here is called the intercept. Intercept. So for the time being, just accept it. This is called the gradient, and the number on its own is called the intercept. And remember, the gradient is always in front of the x. Well, it's always the coefficient in front, or the coefficient of x. The coefficient is just a fancy word for the number in front of x. So if you have y equals, let's say 7x squared plus 3x. Okay, so here you'd say 7 is a coefficient of x squared. Here you would say 3 is a coefficient of x. Okay, don't worry about the coefficient. Just know that the number in front of the x is called the gradient, and the number right at the end on its own is called the intercept. Okay. Oh, it doesn't have to be right at the end. Just the number on its own is called the intercept. Now you could write this as this: 2 plus 3x. So in this case, the intercept is here. But remember, if you have two things like this, you can switch them around. Anyway, don't worry about that too much. Just know that this is called the gradient, and this here is the intercept. And when you try and plot this, remember the gradient tells you how steep something is. So for example, if you try and draw y equals x, it would look like this. Y equals 2x, it will look like this. It has a gradient of 2 because anyway, it has a steepness of 2. It means it's getting it's steeper. Okay, a gradient of 3 would look like this. And last time we found that when you add the intercept, it gets shifted up and down. Okay, so here if you want to draw this line here, now if you want to draw this line here, it would be, well, your eyes should zoom into the intercept, because if you put 0 into the x here, this whole thing here would be 0, because 3 times 0 is 0. So the intercept would be 2. So when you get given something like this, look at the intercept. The intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. Okay, so in this case, the intercept would be 2, would be right here. Okay, would be right there. Because if you put 0 into the x, this whole thing here disappears, just leaving you with a 3. If you look at, let's say, y equals 7x plus 4, say, this here is the intercept. That means if you put 0 into the x here, this whole thing would disappear, meaning that it would cross the y-axis at 4. Okay. Well, anyway, let's try and plot this line here. If you could do the table route, x, y, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. But this takes a long time. Learn to draw this straight away. So here your eyes should zoom into the 2, because that's the intercept. The intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. So we know the intercept would be here. Okay, at the 2. Now look at the gradient. It has a steepness of 3. What that means is the steepness of 3. Well, the 1 across, 3 up. Okay, 1 across. Sorry, hang on. 1 across, 3 up. So you can join up like this. Let me do it again. So it would look something like this. And then you can extend it further down here. Hang on. You could extend it like this. See? So this line here is y equals 3x plus 2. Okay? So the number here would be the intercept, and the number here would be the gradient. But from now on, for now on, we're going to write it like this. Instead of writing a 3, I'm going to change this gradient here. I'm going to write it as m. Okay, m x, and this thing here I'm going to call c. Okay, so this here will be c. C stands for intercept. Well, just accept it's a C. Not sure why it's a C, but why not I, or well, anyway, just accept it's a C. C stands for intercept. So it would be, well, this is the equation. Well, it's the form that I'm going to use from now on. So rather than saying 3x plus 2, I'm going to say y equals mx plus c. Okay, c is the intercept and m is the gradient. Okay, just accept it for the time being. So yeah, so just remember m is the gradient and c is the intercept. Just remember that. Just accept it for the time being.